Dear all, good day to all of you. My name is Kariswaran and I'm from OEM Shala. Today, I would like to do a presentation about interculture communication. This is the agenda of this presentation. We'll start with introduction, explaining about interculture communication and followed by interculture communication challenges and effective strategy to improve interculture communication in Malaysia. And last, we'll have our conclusion about overall summary about this presentation. Interculture communication is the process and practice to understand the communication across culture context. It's applied equally to domestic and international culture difference such as ethnicity and gender. There are basically two types of interculture communication, which is verbal communication, spoken and written language, and non-verbal communication such as facial expression, hand signal, and other body languages. Interculture communication challenges. First, language barrier. The second is ethnocentrism. And the third one, racism. Let's look in details. Different culture have different meanings of words, behavior, and gestures. Culture also gives rise to prejudice, ethnocentrism, manners, and opinions. It forms the way people think and behave. When people belonging to a different culture communicate, this factor can become barriers. Language barriers can be challenged, but working with people other different cultures and background is what drives innovation, creativity, and success. And second, ethnocentrism is the belief that one ethnic group views itself and its culture as superior to other ethnic groups of the world. One of the most horrific examples of ethnocentrism pertains to Nazi Germany. The hate of Adolf Hitler on Jewish people, as well as other groups of people, and had many innocent people killed in concentration camps. It was estimated about 6 million Jewish people lost their life during the war. The hate on Jewish people still presents in these days. Obviously, the culture of Jewish people badly affected due to this reason. Racism. Its meaning treating someone poorly because of their skin, color, ethnicity, or where they came from. In South Africa, apartheid is a system of racial segregation introduced by National Party, a ruling party of the country from 1948 to 1994. It enforced racial discrimination against non-whites, mainly focused on skin color, facial features. According to this system of social stratification, white citizens had the highest status in the country. Under this system, the people of South Africa were divided by their race and different races were forced to live separately from each other. The population was classified into four groups as Africans, white, Indian, and colored. Apartheid sparked significant internal resistance, which led to peaceful protests, massive resistance, and armed insurrection. In 1994, the apartheid system was abolished with successful negotiation done by Nelson Mandela. Even though the country able to overcome this system, the effect of the rule is still evident on the country economy today. Now let's see what are the effective strategies to improve intercultural communication among nations. The first one, empathizing with others. The second, traveling. And third one is assumption. Empathizing with others. If any person putting themselves into the position of people from other culture and trying to think and communicate in the way that person will establish very quick communication. Only some keyword and how such words are used without causing misinterpretation or communication breakdown. The second one is traveling. Is one of the best way to experience different culture and tradition by visiting different kind of restaurants, temples, mosques and other states in Malaysia. West and East Malaysia brings a lot of unique traditional culture. The third one, assumption. Each community has their own way of doing things accordingly to their culture and tradition. However, a person should not assume doing something is acceptable to all the communities they interact with. So do not assume. If you are in doubt, ask. In summary, the intercultural communication offers the ability to deal across cultures, which is very important with current globalization. By learning a person's culture, it makes us have a wider mind of range of how others behave, their religious beliefs, and their means of establishing trust in each other. Before ending this video, let me take this opportunity to wish all Malaysians watching this video a happy Independence Day. Thank you and have a nice day.